So here we go then with week 2 of Beat the Manager. We've got the reigning champion, Lee Allenson, back with us again. Hi, Lee.
Got my trophy.
Well deserved. What a triumph that was last week against all the odds. And so Tommy Brewer last week nominated to take you on this week, Tommy Smith. Hi, Tom.
How you doing? You all right?
Really good. I guess the question for you, Tom, is how are you doing? Because I think it was about 10 weeks ago that you got really badly injured, wasn't it? Middle of January against Gosport. How are you feeling now?
Yeah, it seems like a lifetime ago. Feeling good. I say out of anyone, I've been missing football the most because I think I missed about 6 games before this pandemic anyway. So I've been out of football the longest. But yeah, no, I'm getting there. I had my brace off a couple of weeks ago. Rehab's going really well. Just I've got a bicycle that I'm sort of doing 8 miles a day that I have to do. And then I'll slowly get into jogging probably about in 2 weeks' time. So, but yeah, it's going really well. I'd say when I first took the brace off, it was feeling a bit weak, but since then it's got a lot stronger. So yeah, I'm confident I'll be back well before pre-season. So yeah, looking forward to it whenever that may be. Anyway.
Yeah, really positive. So we're talking about pre-season today. Lee, should have been the last league game of the season, shouldn't it? We should have been. I guess as we're doing this right now, we should have been on the bus
don't miss
to Merthyr.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's where we should be today. And again, we just go back to the same old. It's just terrible what's going on at the moment, and small football is very small compared to this. But we would have been going to Merthyr. I think we'd have been more than safe, and it'd have been a really enjoyable day. There are nice people down there as well. So it would have been a great day, but it's not to be. And instead, I have to look at Tommy Smith, who I'm facing
good-looking geezer. Yeah.
in this battle.
How would you, so as a manager, Lee, when you got last game of the season, as you said, we were almost certainly were safe, so we can't go down. We weren't likely to make the playoffs at that stage. Do you, as a manager, kind of change your tactics, adapt your style for the final game? Is it like, come on, boys, it's the last game, just go and enjoy it? Or is it all about winning?
I mean,
I think I would have been up top, wouldn't I?
Well, something about that. I mean, it's normally last game of the season, if you're safe and there's nothing to play for, it's always quite light-hearted and what have you. You try and switch on the best that you can. But I recall last year, I learned a very good lesson last year. I probably took my foot off the gas at Biggleswade. We played Rushall last game of the season. We made a few changes. We'd lost in to Stratford on the Monday, which put us out of the playoffs, 4 points. We couldn't get in there. And we took the game really light-hearted. We ended up getting beat 1-0. Thought nothing more of it, and then found out on the Monday that Stratford had been playing an eligible player for 3 games. So we would have got in the playoffs if we'd have won on that Saturday. Stratford only had enough points taken off them, which left us 1 point behind them. So I learned a really good lesson that year. So, you got to approach it properly. Listen, if you're proper mid-table, there's no change. I'm sure the lads will have a bit of fun. I've played in teams on the last game of the season where you pass the pound, and whoever's left with a pound, you've got to bite around for the players at the end of the season. But you just got to try and do it as professional as you can. You're still giving up your day on a Saturday to go to Wales or wherever you've got to go. So it's a game of football. It's very difficult to switch off and not play properly. But yeah, again, you would take it a little bit light-hearted and have a laugh and a joke. At the same time, you've got that winning desire and mentality. You want to win the game.
So, Tom, I know that you're still working, so the pandemic, however much of a drag it is for our kind of social lives and some of our working lives, it's not much change for you, I guess, in some ways. Lee, you're still home-based, but it's been a busy week. A couple of things that I picked up. Betty, your daughter, and her fundraising. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, she's done absolutely amazing. So it's just an idea that we had to explain to her on Monday that she couldn't go to a Euro Disney with my mum and dad. They were taking her in May. It's obviously been cancelled. And she literally come up with the idea, I want to raise some money so I can go again. And she picked a charity, and she does a mile a day. And she's earned or raised over £3,000, which is amazing. And then we've just changed it a little bit now. We want to try and do a different football kit every day as well while she does the bike ride. So I've reached out to some friends and some family members and some other clubs who look like they're going to send some shirts across. She's riding today in a Swindon shirt. So it's just, it keeps the time busy. Me and Faye are immensely proud of her. As I say, the charity are so happy, and I think they've got some newspaper articles. They want to do some bits with her, and it's just great. And it really does keep the mind busy, because at the time, it's really tough. So, and I heard Tommy say doing 8 miles down a bike, I'm struggling with 1. So we'll finish this today, and I'll go out with her about 11:30. We'll do the mile, and see if we can raise a little bit more for the charity, and hopefully next year she'll be able to get to Euro Disney and get away and do what she wanted to do.
So she's done a great job, and talking about great jobs, and this is not going to be so easy to show you on this, but I've seen obviously you were an outstanding player in your time, Lee, and clearly you're a fantastic manager. I don't know why you're smiling.
Say that.
And we've also.
I was a lot better player than you, Tommy.
I know my limits. I didn't kick it that way.
But we've also discovered this week another almost unhidden talent of yours, Lee.
What's that now?
Which is that. Can you see it?
I can't see it. No.
Oh, hang on a bit. Oh, there we go. Hang on. Let's try and do it that way.
There it is. That's
You're gardening. Where we have like a tree thing in the middle with leaves on one side, and it's completely flipping bald on the other. What went on there?
Well, actually, them trees aren't actually a part of it. So I went in the garden the other day, and I think I had a bit of the ump. I'm not sure. And I thought, you know what? I've had enough of this tree. Every time I go in the shed, I bump my head on it. Anytime me and Luca try and do something in the garden, I bump my head on it. So I just started cutting away, and before you know it, I'd literally ripped the whole tree down. And I've got nowhere to put the empty bit of the tree, so I've put it behind the back of the shed. And it looks absolutely shocking, to be honest with you. I was just a big stump in the middle of the garden, but I'm sure me and Luca will find some use for it, maybe a bit of cricket or something like that. We can try and use it for.
All right, brilliant. So enough chat. Down to the really serious stuff now. It's round 2 of Beat the Manager. Tom, are you up for the challenge?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Lee,
you ready? You want to hold on to your trophy for another week?
Just quickly, have you got any Sunday morning questions? Because Tommy Smith is one of the best Sunday morning players we've ever seen, right? And he's actually, him and his brother, he told me not to mention this, but him and his brother are starting up a Sunday morning team next year, and I can guarantee that Tommy Smith will try and play them. So me and have some falling out next year.
Last season, I think it was last season we played. Oh no, maybe the one before, wasn't it? Yeah, one before we played Gloucester away, and I'd gone out the night before. I only went out for a curry, ended up having quite a few pints, and after the game, he dragged me to one side. He said, "Look, I'm gonna have to fine you," and I thought, "Shit!" He found out I've been playing. I found out I went out last night. He goes, "Yeah, I found out that you played last Sunday." I was like, oh God! And he goes, "Andy went out last night, so I didn't really have anything to say."
Model professional, you see.
Yeah. That was the old me. I've changed since I've come to Hendon.
No, it's really good because last week you're saying that Tommy Brewer gets so rat-arsed on a Friday night he has to drink gallons of water Saturday morning to sober up before the game. And now you're having a go at Tom Smith. Of course, these are the players that you're bringing into Hendon.
Oh, honestly, man, you know what I mean? Nah, listen, Tommy's been brilliant ever since I signed him from day one. Both of Tommy's, but Smith especially, and he has changed a little bit. And I think probably the best thing for Tommy, and this is why I think he'll kick on, is I think he's realised now with the injuries, he had a bad injury last year, he's had one this year, that he probably does need to look after himself a little bit more. And by doing that, I think you see the performances just before he got injured, how good he was for us. So to get him back fit next year, that's like a brand new signing for us. It'll be brilliant. And I've got the number 12 shirt really warm for him. And I'm joking, Tom. You can have 5, mate.
All right, so here we go. You ready? So same format as last week. 3 questions each. If we're level after 3, we go to the tie break. So question 1 for Lee. Lee, Tommy's first senior club was who, and what position did he play?
Oh, I'm going one of 2. Oh,
You can't be stumped on the first question, surely.
I'm going to say,
Bear in mind, I work good, so it's got to be someone not that great.
I'm going to say Harpenden,
Okay, and what position?
centre forward.
Tom, do you want to tell us the answer there? He's got one bit right.
He's got one bit right, Harpenden. And come on, left foot in. I've got a whip, left mid.
Oh my good gosh!
I've got Luca a few things.
All right, so I think that's half a point, Mr. Anderson, for that one.
Every
That's
point
all right.
counts.
So Tommy, I've made your questions really easy because I want you to win today.
Yeah.
So Tom, who was the first Biggleswade player to join Lee at Hendon?
Sean Lucian.
Very good. Excellent. Half a point to Lee, 1 point to Tommy Smith. Lee, question 2. How many bookings did Tommy get with Hendon this season?
God, dear, oh dear, oh dear. It wouldn't have been for a tackle or a pullback.
Is that because he's not quick enough to get anywhere near any of the other players?
100%.
I don't know where you get that from. Who's been answering these questions?
Well, he ain't moaned about his wages being short, so I'm going to say none.
Oh dear. Tom, do you want to tell him the right answer?
Yeah, it cost us the goal at Arrow Borough at Boxing Day.
Yeah, it was stupid tackle. I lost 5 nights sleep in my life because of you.
That was an unbelievable tackle.
You ruined my Christmas.
Yeah.
Absolute clown.
But yeah, it's one. This
Okay, so Lee, you're 2 in now. 2 questions in. You've got half a point. This is not good. Tommy, your second question. At which club did Lee play for when he first linked up with his father, who was manager at the time?
Boreham Wood.
No. Lee?
Stopfold.
Stopfold.
I mean,
Your old man managed Stopfold.
Yeah, good side, mate. Would have beat yours. Any team you've ever played in would have beat you.
Yeah. Well, you skewered decent.
Yeah. 34 goals that year, mate. Number 10.
So Lee, we're at a point now, Lee. This is your third and final question. You've got half a point so far. If you don't get this right, it's game over.
Oh,
You've got to give the virtual prize over to Tom.
I will do.
So Lee, your third and final question is, no pressure, which team did Tommy grow up watching? Now there's a clue, and the clue is there's a bit of a link to your dad.
Luton Town.
What we need is that your final answer? I'm giving you. Is that your final answer? You're sure it's not your final answer, Lee?
Absolutely not. It's not my final answer.
Okay.
Luke is sitting in the room with me.
Luke, unless you're here.
Was it a non-league team?
Well, they were. Well, okay. Here's one.
League side.
They were a non-league team, and they used to play in the old days. Hendon used to play them in the same league.
Say it then.
Okay, should we help a bit more?
One more clue.
Lee, we're going to help you a little bit more.
Go on.
So, a former Arsenal player who your dad would have played with almost certainly was manager at that club for a while.
Did my dad play for the club or not?
No. I can just feel the trophy slipping from your grasp now. This is sad.
Oh my good gosh, who is this?
Last chance, Lee.
What do you keep laughing at?
Because he knows you're about to lose.
What's the name of the ground? Give me
Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tell you the name of the old ground before they moved. Lokes Park. Shows how old I am.
Good gosh.
I'll give you another clue as well. The stadium's called something. They changed it to something else, and then they changed it back to the one it's called now.
Oh my days.
I mean, we
Isn't it
might as
former
well tell you
QPR?
the name and give you that.
Yeah, we might just tell him. Isn't it former QPR? Isn't it former QPR winger who's their manager?
Right, that's giving it away.
Well, we're
Wickham.
trying, aren't we? I wanted to go to. Come on, Lee.
Yeah.
Wickham.
Well done. Without any help at all. That's amazing.
Oh, that's all. This is coming home.
Yeah. This is outrageous.
Right, Tom. This now to win it. Are you okay?
Yeah. Really
No clue.
nervous.
Yeah, tissue to mop your brow.
No clues.
Right. Which player has been described as being faster wearing a leg brace than without?
I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a clue. Apparently, this trophy's got more movement in it than this.
Is he in this video now?
Not sure.
Yeah, that might be me.
Well done. Excellent. But I think okay, so I feel slightly mean. I think we ought to go to a tiebreak. Are you happy to go to a tiebreak? No, you've actually really won.
That's an early celebration. Yeah, go on.
All right, so this is the tiebreak question. Ready? Just shout it out. So, yeah, not either one of you. If you know, just shout it out. I think you're both Man United fans. So this is one that you should know. So to win the trophy for today, who is or was Manchester United's longest serving captain?
Roy Keane.
Oh, for heaven's sake. No.
Ryan Giggs
Not captain.
was a captain, though.
Go back a bit.
What's before
Brian
that?
Robson.
Well done, Lee. You took it
Oh, this is stupid. You should have done it in my era.
Get it?
in. Hey?
Champion!
I'm only 18.
Bring it home! Bring it home! Get in there!
I'm devastated. That's it. I'm not signing. I'm signing for Wingate.
You won't get in, mate.
Yeah.
Well, what can I say, Lee? Despite the fact you lost, you've somehow managed to win. So,
That's good.
well done. How are you feeling in this moment of glory?
Over the moon.
Yeah,
It's 2 wins in a row now for me, so I'm flying.
fantastic. And Tom, the disappointment, are you okay? Can you cope?
I'm devastated. I'm going to have to go and console Tommy Brewer as well and see how he got over the loss last week.
Well,
Tennis match, so we got over it all right.
Yeah.
so maybe what we need, we don't have any other Toms. So maybe, Lee, you've now thrashed, we haven't really, have you? But you've now beaten the two Toms in the team the last, 2 weeks we've done this. So,
Work. It's easy work for me, that.
yeah, okay.
I've got faith in Luca next week.
So is that who you want to nominate?
That's who I'm nominating. Yeah, he can't ask him for any help, can he?
Hey, I can't. If he beats me, he's going to bed with no dinner, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So I think we should just celebrate with this.
Oh, no.
I wonder what that sound was out of my ear.
Oh, how bad is that?
Beautiful.
That is horrendous.
It's not that good, Lee. It's worse.
Oh, my God.
You can hear people in the following street banging on your door to tell you to shut up.
That broke my tree. Pardon.
People should clamour to get on social media with you, Lee. It's an absolute joy with your tremendous gardening skills and your singing. It's just fantastic.
Oh, honestly, thank you. Blimey.
You're welcome. Well, listen, well done on another triumph. We'll look forward to seeing you again next week. Tom, it's great to see you. Great to see you looking so well. Continue good luck with your recovery, and you be safe throughout the summer. And Lee, we'll see you again next week. From all of us, see you next week. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Thank you, mate. See you later. Tommy,
Cheers.
see you, mate.
See ya.